Hi, my name's Trev Hutchings, and I would like to thank Hand in Hand Distribution for kindly sending me these two Widi Masters. So here is my review on, is the Widi Master worth buying? If you want to connect your Midi DIN controller to your synth, and they've both got Midi DIN sockets, you could simply just use a Midi DIN cable, but jump up onto a stage or start running Midi DIN cables around your studio, and a trailing Midi DIN cable can quickly become a risky business. But times are a-changing, and Bluetooth wireless MIDI has now arrived in the form of a CME Widi Master. And there's more. While you can use two MIDI masters to connect your MIDI controller to a synth, you can also use one MIDI master to connect to your iPhone, your iPad, an Android device, a Mac, or even a Windows 10 PC. So what's in the box? Well, actually, it's not a box. It's a plastic bubble pack. And inside the pack you get a Widi Master main adapter, a Widi Master sub adapter, and a piece of card. And on the front of the card is a web address where you can pick up or download, should I say, the manual, and on the back is the specifications, or should we say the requirements for using a Widi Master. So how does it work? Well, basically the Midi DIN out socket on your MIDI gear has a power source, and it uses that power source to send MIDI data to the Midi DIN in socket on your other MIDI gear. All the magical Bluetooth stuff that's done inside the Widi Master is done inside the main adapter. So the main adapter needs a power source. So when you plug the main adapter into your Midi DIN out socket, the main adapter gets its power from the Midi DIN out socket. And the sub adapter plugs into the main adapter, and then the sub adapter can be plugged into the MIDI in socket on the same piece of MIDI gear. So on your MIDI controller, you only need to plug in the main adapter into your MIDI out socket. And for your synth, you need to plug the sub adapter into the main adapter, plug the sub adapter into the MIDI in socket, and the main adapter into the MIDI out socket, because even if you're only going to use the MIDI in socket, the sub adapter doesn't work without the main adapter. Once plugged in, you turn on the MIDI gear, and the main adapter will then turn blue and try to pair with another Widi Master main adapter or with another Bluetooth MIDI device. So what is the Widi Master like to use? Well, pairing two Widi Masters together is really easy because they auto pair between themselves without you having to do anything. I've done a lot of walking with this setup. I've walked all around my studio in between all my different equipment. I've walked out the door and I've gone down the stairs. I've even walked into another room, even walked outside. I've walked about 10 meters between two Widi devices, and I've had no connection problems, no drop notes, no hanging notes, and I've had no noticeable latency. The updating of the firmware is also quite easy to do. There's an app you can download and it goes onto an iOS device or an Android device, and you just start the app and click on update firmware and it updates the firmware. That's it, nice and simple. I would say that on my Honor 7X Android device using Android 9, it didn't work, but on my Android tablet using Android 8, it worked perfectly. So, is the Widi Master worth buying? Well, if you're using iOS, Android, Mac or Windows, you will need to check that they're using Bluetooth 4 or above. And I'm currently waiting for a firmware upgrade so I can use the Widi Master with the built-in Bluetooth on my Roland Ax Edge. But if you are looking for a fast, reliable, low latency, quick and easy to pair wireless solution for your MIDI gear, then yes, I definitely think that the Widi Master or 2 are worth buying. If you've enjoyed this video, do give us a thumbs up and click on that subscribe button. Cheers.